I just bought this little mini sandblaster, little desktop sandblaster from Amazon. And the purpose of this, the reason why I bought it, was I wanted to be able to clean up my spark plugs. Because the spark plugs that I use are fairly expensive spark plugs. And this is one that's been run. You can see just how nasty it looks. Now, one of the reasons why it looks so nasty is because my car runs on methanol, but I also got a secondary set of injectors that run off of gasoline, and I use that to warm the car up. And also, after I've been running the car, I like to use it to flush all the methanol and moisture out of the cylinders. But in return, it gets pretty cruddy looking after a while. I mean, you can see just how bad these look. But this little sandblaster, man, it works so good. This is a couple of them that I just got through sandblasting. And you can see it cleans them up. It really cleans the porcelain really good. It's a really fine glass bead material, so it doesn't really eat into the surface real hard. It just cleans it really good. And you know, these plugs, like I said, they're fairly expensive, but also they are only available in 13/16 hex. And I have to go through the trouble of putting them in my CNC machine to cut them down to 5/8. So I have a lot invested in these plugs, so I'd like to run them more than just 1 or 2 times out and change them because they're cruddy. So this is right after I sandblasted it. It's sandblasted, it's super clean. And then I go from there and take it to my wire brush machine and go over it, and man, it just like repolishes the plating on it to where they look almost brand new, almost like I just bought the plugs. So this will allow me to run these plugs a little bit longer before I have to trash them, because it's not like what little bit of racing we do on plugs burns them up. So it's not like there's any wear or erosion or anything like that on them. So it's nice to be able to get a little bit more life out of them. But pretty big difference. I've got a big sandblasting cabinet, but I don't really like using it because it's got a lot coarser material, and it's got a big spray wand. It's kind of hard to really get precise inside there on the porcelain. But this little rig here, it's got these little small, actually it's got 2 of them. I don't know what the purpose of having 2 of them is, but it's got these little small precise wands here. Let's see, I'll see if I can show y'all. But it's a pretty nice little rig. I think I gave $200 and something for it. But it's really precise. You can get inside there really good, get all the nooks and crannies, get all the gunk off of it. And it looks so good. So I think this was a good investment. Like I said, it didn't cost that much, but if it can just give me double the life on spark plugs, it's already paid for itself. Which I think it'll even go longer than that. I can probably go a lot longer on spark plugs now. Like I said, a little bit of racing that's done is not really putting that much of a wear and tear on the spark plugs. Wow. It turns out so good. Man, that cleans them suckers up real good. I'll normally blow it off like that, and then I'll hit it on my wire brush, and like I said, the wire brush brings it back straight back up to almost a full polished look. So anyway, I thought that I would share that with y'all, because maybe some of y'all want to try to recycle your spark plugs and make them live a little bit longer. And I've done this in the past with my bigger sanding cabinet and never had any issues at all. It's just this is a little more precise and lets the blasting get deep in there and really clean the porcelain. the porcelain is the biggest issue. If it's got a coating on it that's baked on it that you can't get off, then that will actually conduct the spark and give the spark another path to travel. So instead of making an arc like it's supposed to, it'll actually go, the arc will actually fire straight back down along the porcelain to the bottom and never fire off your cylinder. So that's the biggest thing, is that little sandblaster lets me get in there and clean way down in the porcelain really good, so that I don't have any problem with it being fouled out or anything. But anyway, that's pretty cool.